Peace and black power. Peace and black power. It's the Prince. It's the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Shout out to all the FDMG donors. Shout out to all the Dr. Umar loyal supporters. I want to talk to black parents one time. I want to talk to black parents one time. I want to talk to black parents one time. Fort Lauderdale, I will see you tomorrow. Fort Lauderdale, I will see you tomorrow. At the 510 studio in Lauderhill, 2 to 8. It's the 10-year anniversary. It's the 10-year anniversary. I first spoke in Fort Lauderdale on December the 10th of 2010, and now I'm back 10 years later. Looking forward to seeing all my brothers and sisters, South Florida, Hollywood, Palm Beach, Miami, Jacksonville, Orlando, St. Pete, come through 2 to 8, 10-year anniversary. Fort Lauderdale has been a very big Dr. Umar city. Fort Lauderdale has been a very big Dr. Umar city. Come on through, brothers and sisters, come on through. Tomorrow. It's free. It's also a special ed drop-in clinic, education clinic. You have any questions with your children, any questions about autism or ADHD or IEP or psychological eval, bring your paperwork. Bring your paperwork. Bring your paperwork tomorrow to the 510 studio in Lauderhill, 2 to 8. I just got word this morning for all the Pan-Africanists out there. For all the Pan-Africanists out there. I just got word that the son, the eldest son of the greatest black leader of the 20th century, the greatest black organizer in modern history, the greatest Pan-Africanist of all time. I'm speaking of none other than His Excellency, the Provisional President of Africa, the duly elected Provisional President of Africa, the Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. We lost his son, Marcus Garvey Jr., the Honorable Marcus Garvey Jr., past President General of the UNIA. He transitioned yesterday, December the 8th in Florida. The eldest son of the Most Honorable Marcus Garvey Jr., passed into the realm of the ancestors in Florida yesterday, December the 8th. I want to send condolences to Dr. Julius Garvey. I want to send condolences to the whole Garvey family. I want to send condolences to the island of Jamaica. I want to send condolences to the entire Pan-African world. We have lost a great Pan-Africanist yesterday. We have lost a great Pan-Africanist yesterday, brothers and sisters. I don't know what the plans will be for his homegoing ceremony, but I hope that somebody lets me know. I don't know if he'll be laid to rest in Jamaica or if he'll be laid to rest in Florida. I don't know if I can get to Jamaica this quickly, but I can get to Florida with proper notice. So I'm hoping that somebody will reach out and let me know. I did meet the Honorable Marcus Garvey Jr. in Philadelphia during my younger years, okay? Before I was a Minister of Education for the UNIA, I was first Vice President. I had a chance to talk with him, sit at his feet, learn some of his wisdom. Very dedicated to his father's work, a true Garveyite, true Pan-Africanist. The Honorable Marcus Garvey Jr., eldest son of the Honorable Marcus Garvey, has joined the ancestors. That's why we who are true Pan-Africanists, we who are true Garveyites, we got to recognize we won't be here forever. Brothers and sisters, we have to recognize that we will not be here forever. We have to do the work now. We have to do the work now, brothers and sisters. We can't wait. We have to do the work now. He lived to be 90 years old. He lived to be 90 years old, so he lived a very full life. 90 years old, that's a very full life. And I want to dedicate tomorrow's book signing to the memory I hereby dedicate tomorrow's South Florida book signing to the Honorable Marcus Garvey Jr., his life, legacy, and works. He passed away in Florida yesterday. The Prince of Pan-Africanism will be in Florida today. The eldest son of the Honorable Marcus Garvey passed away in Florida yesterday, and the Prince of Pan-Africanism will be in Florida today. The son of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey passed away in Florida yesterday, and the successor to the Honorable Marcus Garvey will be in Florida today. There are no coincidences. You want to work at the school, send your resume, fdmgresumes@gmail.com. You want to work at the school, send your resume, fdmgresumes@gmail.com. I want to invite you all to join us on a 21-day Pan-African fast that will begin on Friday, December the 11th. We will be fasting for 21 days from December 11th to New Year's Day. From December the 11th until New Year's Day. When you break your fast on December 31st, you're done. And you're welcome to bring in the new year, however you choose to bring the new year in. It's time to cleanse. It's time to purge. It's time to uplift. I'm fasting to get rid of all the negative energy that is constantly surrounding my name and my works. I'm fasting to bring success to the FDMG renovation project. I'm fasting for my brothers and sisters in Africa. I'm fasting for the success and good health of my family, my daughters. I'm fasting so that the universe will send me the 2 wives that I need to finish my work. And I'm fasting for the universe to make sure I don't get caught up with the wrong women. I'm fasting so the universe sends me the right people to work with at FDMG, because opportunists are all around. I'm fasting for my brothers and sisters in Brazil right now, South America, catching hell with the racist Brazilian police force. I'm fasting for the family of the Honorable Marcus Garvey Jr., who went to the ancestors today. I'm fasting for all the families who will be without their loved ones this holiday season for the first time. I'm fasting for the redemption of Africa. I'm fasting for the Central and South American Africans. I'm fasting for my European Africans, my Australian Africans. I'm fasting for my Africans in Asia. I'm fasting for a united African people and a liberation of the African continent. I'm looking for serious people. I need serious people for NIBPA. I need serious people for Team Pan-African. I need serious people for FDMG, brothers and sisters. The fasting begins at dawn on December the 11th. The fasting begins at dawn on December the 11th. We ain't fasting for nobody's religion. We ain't fasting for no religious figures. We're fasting for ourselves, for African people, for unity, for victory. You understand? For spiritual strength to carry us through the works, brothers and sisters. For all my parents out there, I need y'all to be careful. Parents, listen up. I want all my black parents to listen up real closely. Public and charter schools are running scams, special ed scams, through the online homeschooling procedure that is now in place. I want all my black mothers and fathers to listen up. Listen to me now. Okay, this is Professor Tunde right now. Listen up. I'm hearing from too many parents that public and charter schools are asking them to get their children tested for special education. I'm hearing from too many parents whose children attend public and charter school that the schools are asking you to get your children evaluated. Listen to me. Under no circumstances are you to sign permission for your child to be evaluated. Not during COVID. Not during COVID. This is nothing but a hustle, brothers and sisters. I hope you're listening, parents. This is nothing but a hustle. Why would you let them test your child for a special education service that will not be delivered in real time? Why would you let them test your child for a special education service that will not be delivered in real time? I want you to ask yourself that. I want you to ask yourself that. Okay? Special education, which doesn't work for black children anyway. Special education, which doesn't work for black children anyway. Okay? It doesn't work anyway. It doesn't work when a child is in the school. So if special education doesn't work when your child is in the school, why would it work with your child out of school? If special education doesn't work with your child being in the school, why would it work with your child not going to school, being at home? It is a trap. It is a money grab. It is a money grab, brothers and sisters. It is a money grab. If they ask you to give them permission to evaluate your child for special ed, you should simply tell them, special ed doesn't work in school. So how in the hell is it going to work at my house? My child can barely pay attention to the online lessons. That's why he's struggling. My son doesn't have a problem learning. He has a problem learning through a computer. He has a problem learning through Zoom. He has a problem learning through Google Classroom. That's the problem. It's boring. It's disinteresting. The problem is he's being forced to learn on a computer. Okay? Okay? Don't let them put your child in special ed because your child has trouble focusing through a computer. No money grab. Tell them they cannot hustle your child because schools, a lot of them, are saying that if the child is struggling through the online learning, if the child is struggling through the online learning, they automatically test them for special ed. Excuse me? How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? If the child is struggling through online learning, but they didn't struggle in the classroom, if your child had no problem in the classroom, if your child had no problem learning in the class, how dare they come to you 3 months into the school year using an online platform, tell you your child got to get tested because he's struggling? Of course he's struggling. Of course he's struggling. He wants to go to school. Of course he's struggling. The teacher is boring. Of course he's struggling. The lessons are not stimulating and engaging. Of course he is struggling. You don't let them put your child in special ed. So let me get this right. They're going to classify your baby with a learning disability. They're going to classify your baby with a learning disability and then give him special ed through the what? Computer? So let me get this right. He's struggling because he got to learn on the computer, and you're going to give him special ed through the computer. But what you're not telling me is that you're going to get a whole bunch of money. What you're not telling me is that you're going to make a whole bunch of money off my child. See, the state does not reduce the special ed payout just because your child is at home. The state is not going to reduce the special ed payout just because your child is at home. The state is going to give the school the same amount of money. The state is going to give the school the same amount of money whether your child get their special ed at home or at the school. Do you understand me? The state is going to give your child's school this extra money right now. The schools are trying to make all this extra money right now. The schools are trying to make all this extra money right now off your child's back. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. This is why you have to read Black Parent Advocate. This is why you have to get a copy of the 550-page Black Parent Bible so they don't run scams on you. So they don't run scams on you. Brothers and sisters, I'm not going to be addressing any coons in the conscious community this winter. As y'all know, at the end of every year, I go through a beef. There's a coon who I had a beef with a few years ago. He wants to spark the beef back up so he can make some money. Everybody knows Dr. Umar's views and money. I'm not going to feed it. Okay? That's Hollywood consciousness. This is real Pan-African consciousness. I will not be feeding it. If you want Hollywood consciousness, go get it. I respect your decision. If you want online conscious entertainment, I respect your decision. I'm building institutions for the people. I'm providing solutions for the people. I'm not going to feed into that. My fast begins on December the 11th. My fast begins on December the 11th, and I'm going to stay focused because I need to go into the new year strong, because on August the 21st of 2021, on August the 21st of 2021, on 8/21/21, I need the grand opening for FDMG to take place. I want the school, the Marcus Garvey Elementary School, to be fully renovated by 8/21/21. That is the goal. That is the goal. Fully renovated, the Nat Turner Jean Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium and the Honorable Marcus Garvey Elementary School. And then at the end of the building, our fourth building, that might be a community gymnasium, community library. It might be the presidential complex, brothers and sisters. So we staying focused on renovating the Marcus Garvey side of the FDMG campus. We're staying focused. We want to fully renovate it, the Marcus Garvey side, the 3 buildings on the Garvey side of the street. The Nat Turner Jean Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium, the Honorable Marcus Garvey Elementary School, and the corner building, which 3 different rooms, so many possibilities for the corner building. Turn it into a school store, presidential complex. That could be the ancestral shrine. I'm still taking ideas for what we should do with the 3rd building, but that's what I'm focused on. I don't have time for the nonsense. Okay? The last decade was spent raising a consciousness. This decade will be spent raising institutions. Okay? I'm not an entertainer. I'm not a conscious entertainer. You understand me? I am a scholar. I am an activist. I am an organizer. Okay? I have credentials to my work. Credentials to my work. I'm not entertaining it this winter. Okay? Now, what we could do to raise money for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, all proceeds to the school, I will entertain a debate on the 2 ideologies. I will entertain a debate if, that particular individual wants a debate. I will gladly debate him on his microwave ideology. We can definitely debate the microwave ideology. I don't have a problem with that. A respectful debate. African-American tribalism versus revolutionary Pan-African nationalism. I will entertain a respectable debate. African-American tribalism versus revolutionary Pan-African nationalism. We can definitely entertain that. All proceeds to FDMG pay-per-view versus the leader of African-American tribalism and the leader of revolutionary Pan-African nationalism. We can have that debate. All proceeds to FDMG. That should get the HVAC money. Let's do a debate for the HVAC money. African-American tribalism versus revolutionary Pan-African nationalism. Okay.